Medical units, stand by. 30 seconds to contact. 20 seconds. 15. 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
We got him. Let's go.
Welcome, art aficionados and comic book connoisseurs, to another episode of Proof of Comics. I'm your host, Frédéric Guimont, and I'm joined tonight with my co-host, as always,
a man that I call Bob.
Applause.
How you doing, Billy Bob?
Doing good. Just 3/4 of the way of editing the Rook's Exodus review that we did.
Oh, I can't
Hell
wait.
yeah.
Yeah, we did that with the Tenkage over the weekend. And so, speaking of the weekend, did you have a nice, what do you call it, Action de Grâce in French, Thanksgiving there, which you Americans
Yeah, I
call it?
had 2 of them. I'm fat now.
Wow, that's pretty.
You're fat now? Well, I was fat before.
That's what I hear. We're also joined tonight with our second co-host. Wrangler from Frequency Studios. How you doing?
What's
Wrangler?
up, everybody? Frederick, I've been meaning to ask, do they celebrate Thanksgiving up in Canada as well?
Yeah, we have Thanksgiving in the English portion of Canada, but it's not on the same day as you Americans have it. And in Quebec, it's not celebrated, but when it is, it's like called Action de Grâce. Like we have the day off, but we don't have the same traditions as you guys do.
Yeah. I thought you might, because there's a lot of cultural overlap between the two nations.
Yeah, but we're kind of two cultures in one. So you have the English side and the French side, so they're different on certain aspects.
And we all need to learn to speak Spanish at this point. But
yeah, agreed. I started
Sí.
speaking in poquito a little bit.
Listen, they just failed to conquer you correctly, you know?
That's right. They failed. And we got another co-host joining us tonight. Here are co-host Lord Otter. All right.
Squeak, squeak, motherfuckers. How's everybody doing tonight?
You're coming in harsh today.
Yeah, I really am. Just living up that straight up G life.
It's the gangster Otter. I knew he was up to no good and getting more and more dangerous with each power we give him.
He's been
Everything we yield
feisty
to him.
lately.
Yeah.
He wields the power of the running waters.
He wields the power of God and clams at his side.
And do otters celebrate Thanksgiving, Otter?
Yes. It was only one Thanksgiving for me, but I ate for two, so it all kind of equals out.
Did you celebrate it by having a clam bake?
Yeah, but you're like a midget, so that's like for 4 people.
I know it just makes it extra impressive. Yeah, so I'm no longer a slim water weasel. I'm thoroughly rounded for the holidays.
Oh man, you got to work it. You got to hit the gym, or at least
Gotta
after.
work.
I mean, you could put it off
Hurry
until
and fluffy.
January, I guess. So,
How's that comic coming along?
the comics back to penciling action here. I got back into the penciling portion of stopped penciling at page 13, double page spread, and went back and inked everything because I just did a first run with the pencils. And now that everything's inked up to page 13, I got back to penciling 14 and 15. So
You're a little bit past halfway.
oh yeah, the previous 2 pages were the halfway point. So this, with every page I'm drawing now, it's getting closer to the end. So it's
I can't wait to have a copy of it sitting right in this spot right here.
Ah, dude,
Man, I can't wait to like crush your dreams,
Well, I can't wait to get it colored before all that as well. It's going to be exciting. And I got to, I still got to do the final letters because the letters of all the lettering and dialogue was done for the initial draft, first and second draft. But once I got into third and final touches, I kind of dropped the dialogue just to focus on the art. So it should be interesting to go back and finalize that. And I'm stoked, like super thrilled to be doing this right now. Doing more backgrounds again here. The cityscope at the top here. I don't know if you can see. You could just up the camera a little bit. I got
Expand your screen.
got a new camera set up as well. So updated the camera.
Can you give yourself the full screen while you're showing this off?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, Frederick, but you're not a true artist until you draw a horse,
Well, there's no horse in this
Comically
story,
correct.
Billy Bob. This is not taking place on a ranch yet.
What are you talking about? You
Not
can have
yet.
a horse flying through the city.
Yeah, well, he's gonna go to Flores Park at some point in the ranch.
Listen, you can even call him Man Horse, right?
Or better yet,
Mr.
equestrian.
Ed.
Listen, you won't get copyright struck by Ripperverse.
I think you're on the money there, Honor. We're going to call him equestrian pedestrian.
Okay, I love that name, unironically.
Sold. All right.
I was thinking Mr. Fred
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
instead of Mr. Ed.
I am Mr. Fred. Bit on the nose though there.
Mr. Fred Rick.
Yeah, huge developments in Canada over the weekend as well. So we don't usually celebrate Thanksgiving at the same time, but our leader was invited by your leader or your future leader over Thanksgiving. And here's what he had to say after he talked with Donald Trump there.
And we all knew it was coming, but we hoped it wasn't. And I thought I was going to make it through this, but I'm not. It hurts. And we are less as a country.
Get fucked, Canada. Get fucked.
Without the blackface, he really does look naked.
Oh man.
Why he's crying because we're fixing the tariff every morning, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean, I think Canada's been dependent on the U.S. for a long time. It's just it hasn't been out in the open, and I think now being called on the tariffs is kind of calling a spade, and we have to come to terms with the fact that
Well,
Canada.
I mean, it's the every other country just fucks us over on every on everything. You know, it's like, you know what? It's time to
Hey,
chill, kid.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, old chill kid.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Hey, how you doing, JunkKid? Can
I'm
we?
doing all right.
I don't think you're doing all right when you look green.
Do I look green?
You look green.
That's
A
in the
different
settings.
setup
I don't know
tonight,
if
huh?
I can get into settings right now.
I think you're sick, sir. I think you need to go to the doctor.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
All right, say goodbye to chill, kid.
There
Get in
goes
the
chill
menu
kid.
and fix the settings.
And
New
just like
studio?
that, he was gone.
How do we
Nope.
raise this window
get
up
in there.
higher, Billy Bob? Can we put him up at the top instead of having him at the bottom?
Oh,
there?
you don't gotta put me all the way. Oh,
Okay.
there I
Spot.
go.
Yeah, I mean,
so ChillKid, new studio?
Well, I built the recording booth, and I don't really. I had to shuffle things around. It kind of takes up like a third of the studio. So, yeah. What are we drawing here? What is that?
so I'm working on my own comic book. So it's a superhero story taking place in Montreal, Canada, fictional city. Some may have visited. No one really believes Montreal's a real place, but it is.
Yeah, I have my doubts. I think Steven Crowder is even made up too. They
It's
made
like
him up
Gotham
legitimate.
City, you know, and Metropolis, Montreal.
Yeah.
And so I had done the first half all inked up, and now I'm getting back to penciling the second half, which is kind of leading up into one final big fight scene with these two Chinese guys that are sent to track this Russian spy, or psychic spy, that our hero's going to save romantically at the end of the book, with still going to have a what do you call it? Queue de poisson. I'm getting all my terms in French tonight. Bad. I got to change my language settings.
So you start the day speaking two languages, and by the end of the day, you can't speak either.
Exactly.
Well, I'm looking here, and that looks terrific, man.
Thank you, man.
That's great.
Thank you.
I really
It's
like your
utterly
attention to detail on the
fantastic.
line work.
Yeah, so
Utterly
Frederick,
fantastic.
your art took first place on the panel for Comic Shop Wednesday last week.
I heard that. Yeah, after you mentioned it, I went
Well, a close second in the chat.
Yeah, but that wasn't Frederick. That was a Guillemont.
my mispronounced name still refers to me, Billy Bob Sack. You can't take that away. Try.
It was Monsieur Guillemont.
Yes, Monsieur Guillemot. I mean,
Yeah, that's
you've
what I
been
was
pretty
thinking it was.
impressive, Lord Otter. You've been saying like Denis Villeneuve. Like, I think you're the only Anglophone that can pronounce it straight
Denis
off.
Villeneuve.
That's pretty close. Yeah, last time you had it spot on is impressive.
Yeah, now you just disappointed him.
I'm literally just playing it up this time. Because why not?
Lately, I've been playing this game that Rondo turned me on to called Sundered, and it's an Eldritch setup. And there's this, what is it, the Shining Trapahedron or something it's called. I don't know. But this thing's been talking to my character the whole thing, telling me what I need to do and stuff, and collect these shards, and says I could use them to corrupt my powers. So instead, I took the shards and threw them in an incinerator. And it goes, I am so disappointed in you.
So, chill, kid. How's your music been going?
I got to be honest with you, it's been tough with all the things going on with the health scares with my wife and stuff. I haven't been able to get much done, but I have been working on like here and there, working on something with Evele, and then also I'm working on a new song for Black Knight.
Oh, nice. Now, is Anxious for No Reason your latest album?
The Anvil is the latest release, and Anxious for No Reason is the opening track.
Well, I was able to call out which one was the Black Knight one like immediately.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I had you take a listen to that, didn't I?
Yeah, and I heard it, and I
That's
heard it,
coming
and
along.
immediately went. I think this is for like Black Knight. I looked at the name, and then it had like what was it, the like M1 gram bolt action sound in it. Like, you know
Yeah,
what?
I was trying to make the Tazarins. I wanted a theme song for them, and I
Hmm.
started out trying to make something like the Darth Vader Imperial March,
Hmm.
and I didn't like how that was going on its own, so I started over. And then I was like, well, what do I know about these guys? And they're basically everything that I know about them is there's just constant gunfire and warfare and subterfuge. And so I decided to make two separate digital drum sets out of different military munitions. And then there's a drum set like that it's laid over the top of. So I have that running through the entire song is just all sorts of different gunfire, and then the actual shell casings raining down. It's a ton of fun.
Nice.
But yeah, I was trying to figure out what would a song for an alien race that's committed to nothing but warfare and conquest, and not even like good conquest, just brutal and savagery, brutality and savagery. So yeah, at the end of it, you hear this fanfare playing throughout the end of the track, and it's almost entirely drowned out by the gunfire. So even whenever they're celebrating their military prowess, they can barely, it's barely even the focus. So it's gonna be a ton of fun. Well, you know what? Would it be out of the question to pull up a preview of it and let you guys listen to it?
No,
Hey,
I'd love to hear some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd love to hear it.
Please.
please
Yeah, let me
do.
pull up the Dropbox real quick then. Because I have to say I've actually maxed out the app that I'm working on to make the song with. So sometimes I have to turn some of the instruments off because I've got so much going on in this song. So it's one of the most complicated things I've ever made, which is pretty wild.
I got to say, Try Hard is still my favorite of all your albums.
I really appreciate you saying that, man. I put a lot into it, so man,
That's
it's
awesome that you have
as an
physical
artist, there's
copies
no higher
available.
compliment.
My favorite one is
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
that has my
Being able
theme
to
in it. I may be a little biased.
Oh, I didn't hear what you
that's
said.
coming too. That's going to be in 2025 a release.
I'm really looking forward to that
What was
album,
that?
honestly.
I don't know if I lagged or
What,
what.
what was that?
So I don't know if I lagged or what, but I think I didn't hear what either one of y'all said.
Yeah, I've been getting that
Hey,
every once in a
Patrick.
while too.
Sounded like
Hey, how's it going, Patrick?
Hail, Sir Patrick.
We've got guest ChillKid here with us tonight, and he's going to play us
Go.
a little song.
oh Patrick, the lady boy lover.
How's it going?
It feels like a song title. Rady
Hold
Boy
on, I'm still
Rubber.
looking up the folder that it's in. Hang on.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna put together. We're gonna put together an AI song for Patrick. It's just all about his love for French lady boys. It's gonna be a hit, yeah.
I have a feeling there's more information here than I have.
Well, he just mentioned how he loved these two French girls, and they turned out to be lady boys, and it's just been, in his dreams every night.
It may have been a trip.
Oh man.
Yeah, I do want to say Chill Kid has vinyl records of one of his albums. So
Also, while you're getting ready to pull that up, how is your? I know you were writing like two stories, right? If I remember correctly, the one about the
Are you
like
you talking to
dungeon.
me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You talk. Are you
I think
referring
we're
to
getting
me?
some lag in here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's lagging or not. It's been weird. All right, is that
I'm
am I
sorry.
lagging or is we
Can you
all
hear me?
lagging?
Okay.
I
Yeah,
can hear you all.
Yeah,
very
we can
well,
hear
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
The stream is just having a few problems.
Okay, there we go. Were you talking to me about the stories there? I couldn't tell if you were asking me that.
Yeah, because I haven't talked to you in a long time. So, did you ever make any progress on it?
I've written some outlines, but I got to be honest with you. My motivation is hit the floor with a lot of things. So, but a couple of the ideas are really fun ideas if anybody can develop them. But yeah, I haven't really had a chance to sit down and focus on it. I've been too busy being depressed.
It's that time of year.
Or is that why you're green?
Yeah.
It's also been a bit of a
Is that why
depressing year.
No, it's because
You know what? It makes
it's
sense
been wild.
now.
I mean, we've had some things to look forward to now, though.
Oh yeah,
It makes sense now. You watch She-Hulk, and that's why you're like permanently kind of greenish.
Yeah, it's that time of year. Like somebody gave me this to say, hey, this should help ease up the blues some. So we'll see how well this works.
My wife got one of those. My wife has one of those in our kitchen. She sets it up and does certain intervals of it. So she says it works. So good luck.
Thanks.
But hey,
All right.
I sent the link to that song. Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got it pulled up. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good on this end.
The Spent Shell Nebula.
Wow.
Was it good for you?
So I do got a question for you, ChillKid. So how
Yes, sir.
are we able to license your music for streams and stuff?
If you would like to use my music, or if you want something custom, I have no problem with that. That's fine. Yeah.
No, I mean like licensing one of
So
your
if there's a
albums.
particular song you like, I guess I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Then I'm sorry. That's a me problem.
So is there a way if we buy the album, are we able to use it on live stream as long as we got the link to your stuff and we bought it?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you honestly, purchase isn't necessary. If you want to use my music, that's totally fine. But I mean,
Yeah, but I think
I'm
if
not
you're
gonna
going to
st-
use it,
I'm
I
not
think
going to stop you.
you do need to shill out some money, and buy the album.
I would, unless you have an idea how much you think that should be, I would need to talk to somebody before I'd set a price or anything. But
I often play Do It Yourself and Venting O2 into Space in the background of the weekly Wing It.
yes, those are good tracks.
We had
I
a
appreciate
Minecraft
that.
stream one night where it was just it was the theme you made for me. I had it playing pretty much the entire stream.
I really enjoyed putting that song together for you because like I kind of drew from you guys remember Five Iron Frenzy? Do you remember the
No.
ska band? They're a ska band from like the 90s and the 2000s, and I was trying to put together an arrangement. I realized after a while I was basically writing a horn section for a ska band. Like it's like third wave ska is what it kind of sounds like to me. But yeah, I really enjoyed putting that together, and I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, Frederick,
Yeah.
when you play my intro, it's ChillKid that you hear.
Yeah. Let's. I've got it queued up here. Let's try it again.
That one was fun too. I wrote most of yours on my guitar.
Oh, wow.
Here
Yeah.
we go.
I mean, obviously.
Such bad timing, Frederick. Such bad timing.
No, there's never a bad time for ChillKid. Maybe at a funeral. Maybe that might. Hold on. Let me rethink that. I spoke a little too soon.
Yeah, but Joe, that just reminds me of why, if I'm ever able to make those games, I want you to score it. When I was listening to that,
yeah.
it sounded like one of those levels where you're invading the enemy base.
Yeah. I'd be happy to do that. I've done a couple video game soundtracks already. So.
Yeah, they're available on your Bandcamp, right? Those
Yes.
soundtracks.
Yeah, the biggest one is Space, and that's from a game, computer game, like an indie computer game called Grimmelkin. I don't know exactly what they're doing with it now, but that was up there for a while on Steam. And then Outrunning a Destroyer is another one. That one's a single. And then the other one I haven't released yet. There's 2 tracks I made for another indie game that they were working on. But I will be releasing those sometime soon. They're so different from what I make that they're almost symphonic. But
What was that game called again? Grimmelkin?
Grimmelkin. It's the German word for cat, I think. I think it's Grimmelkin Space Defense.
GRIM.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cheat and ask Google what's the German word for cat.
Well, you know, what the
It's
Chinese
not
word for cat
Grimmelkin,
is?
it's Katze. I know a
Well,
little bit
Oh.
of German.
Okay,
You know what
then
the
I
Chinese
think I got
word for cat is, right?
I think I got the language wrong, but it means cat in some language. I forgot. But it's GRIMILKIN, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what the
Searching
Chinese word
Steam
for
right
cat
now.
is?
There you go.
Y'all know what the Chinese word for cat is, right?
What's that?
Food.
Yum.
Yum.
You ever read that indie book, 101 Ways to Walk Your Dog?
I get it. That's a good pun.
I got nothing popping up on Steam. Let me try that again.
Let me see if I can find it. I have a link on my Bandcamp under the description. Let me pull that up.
Oh, cool. Let me go check that out.
Okay, you'll probably get there before me. My computer is it's basically, if I got an abacus, that'd be an upgrade. Just flip some beads back and forth, Get good at tossing beads, because this thing is slow as heck.
For anyone listening, ChillKid's links are in the description. You got Spotify, Bandcamp, as well as YouTube, and the store. You also got a store, I think.
Yes, sir. I
Yes,
appreciate
buy his
that. Thank
music.
you.
Buy his albums.
Is it under the album Outrunning a Destroyer?
I'm sorry. That would be Space. It's the 2-disc album, and near the bottom there.
Yep.
Hey, I think I got there before you. Oh, I don't. Oh man, where's the link? Did I not put the link in the description? Gosh, don't smash that like button. Not if I'm missing descriptions.
Should
Okay,
be
well,
there. Let me know if something's missing.
Maybe it's under. I'm gonna pull up one of the tracks. Maybe it's under one of the tracks. Okay, I have no idea. I'm very sorry. Let me try one more thing. Why don't somebody else talk about something for a minute, and I'm gonna see if I can find this game.
Sure.
Okay, well, ChillKid wants us to talk about something else. I suggest we talk about ChillKid.
Oh man, I was afraid you were gonna say that. All right, hang on. I'm gonna see if I can.
You know me too well.
Listen, you're gonna make him blush, and he's gonna turn purple.
Oh, I spell. Oh, I spelled it wrong, but I've got the link here. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Oh, sweet. Now this is the one where you dropped it down to 8-bit for while on the pause screen or something.
Yeah. I was trying out a lot of different things, and I was really pushing them on what they could code, because they asked me for real simple music, and I was like, well, why don't we try these things? So I made everything layered, so when you're in different phases of battle or gameplay, it changes, but it's all kind of looping in time with each other, so it can fade back and forth between the tracks. And then when you pause it, each track has their own 8-bit version that sounds like an old Atari game or Nintendo game or something.
There we go. Can I full screen this? I gotta start.
I haven't used Steam in so long because of my said computer problems that I'm not sure how to use it anymore.
Okay.
Rondo talked me into downloading it, and then he gifted me a game, Sundered. And then I'm like, I don't know if my computer can handle this stuff right now. But he bought the game for me, so I felt obligated to play it. So I went and bought another copy of it for a Switch, and I've been playing it nonstop since. I'm like, I got other stuff to do. I'll play a little more Sundered. Pick up the controller. I'm like, dang it, Rondo.
Okay, I can't seem to play
which game
anything.
was this?
Huh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Steam. Yeah. Well, there's the link for it. It's just it's like a. Do
you want to try it on your end, Billy Bob?
It's sort of like Command and Conquer, but it's in space.
It's in the private chat.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
But what it is it's basically like you're defending your base kind of thing. You have to get your resources, set up your base, set up your units and everything, build everything, and then prepare for like battle phases, and then.
So it's a tower defense game.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
Tower defense, basically, kind of.
And there's one for like different areas of the solar system.
And there's a cyborg cat in the corner there.
Yeah. All the characters are cats.
Can you add the audio?
It's a fun little game.
Yeah.
I did the trailer music too. They had like a teaser trailer that was pretty awesome.
Steam, why are you so shit?
Yeah,
look at this.
It's pretty bad. Eh? I couldn't get working
Steam
on
is
my
pretty
end.
bad.
Steam working as intended.
All right, let me just do my touchscreen and zoom in.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, I gotta go say prayers with my kids.
All right.
Oh yeah, man. All good.
All right, I'll be right back in a minute or two.
Sounds good,
How do
man.
I-
Alrighty.
All right, hold
He's
up.
still green.
Not
Ever
easy
watch
being
Shrek the
green.
Third?
Yeah, it's been
He's
a
green.
few
I think his
years.
children are green. You know.
It's not easy being green.
Yeah, that's just about the truth of it.
You know what? He really relates to in the Jim Carrey Grinch movie when he couldn't the car just drives past him and he says
Because I'm green, isn't it?
that's still good. Yeah. All right, let's
Are you
continue.
saying that because you're green as well, Billy Bob said, as a gremlin?
I'm yellow. What are you talking about?
You're a gremlin, aren't you?
Add a little blue. We can fix that. Just add a little blue.
You identify as a Klingon duck now. I forgot.
I am a Klingon duck. What are you talking about? All right, back to it.
Ducklaw, ducklaw.
Back to it.
Is it just lagging on my end, or is it
Yeah,
lagging?
I think it's sound compression issues.
Yeah.
Oh, is the audio fucking up?
Yeah, it's
it
kind of
is.
like
Well,
Pop-
fuck you guys. Fuck you. I tried. All right,
yeah,
you know,
as close.
not my
It's-
fault. StreamYard sucks.
Well, it's working better than on my end. I tell you that. My end I couldn't even play the videos. I was asking myself if it was a still image or not. Yeah, man, for sure. Gotta have.
Yeah,
your
it's just so sad that
priorities.
he's being discriminated because he's green. You know.
Listen, if you didn't keep bringing it up, we wouldn't even know he's green, Billy Bob. I feel you're just driving a wedge in it, you know.
Listen, it's
Yeah,
not
as a
my
frog,
fault.
nobody likes discrimination.
Except comedians. Comedians love it. It gives them all sorts of fodder.
Listen, it's not my fault. You know, he looks like Kermit with a beard.
Kermit
He's
G.
dwarf
Frog.
Kermit. That's what we're gonna
Now,
call.
now, if we play Chill Kids music backwards, do we hear Herman saying "Buy my books" in there?
No, but Herman is gonna be a ping tuber soon because he saw Chase.
Yeah.
Like a hedge
You
for
slow down the audio and you just hear Herman saying butt sauce.
Yeah, man, this ping tuber thing is spreading around.
I did
Why-
it
why
and
is
then
it called-
everybody followed. Huh. Well, would you look at that?
Why is it called Ping Tuber?
Because it's a ping PNG file.
Yeah, it's a picture, static picture. Mine is also done. I just haven't used it yet.
I want to become a rotoscope tuber.
Do it. Oh my God, he's back. The Grinch who stole Christmas.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, much
Yes,
better.
we can.
Yeah.
No,
If
I
I
can't.
can't be a VTuber or a Ping Tuber, then I'll just be a plush tuber.
So how did your heart
Yeah.
grow 3 sizes, ChillKid?
Well, it's because I gave all the roast beast back to the people of Whoville. So
I love roast beast.
Mm,
All right, we tried playing
Especially
that
with
game. It
bacon.
was audio was fine for me. Evidently for everyone else, it was messed up.
well, on my end, it sounded nothing like what I remember. So
Yeah, it was a StreamYard's compression. StreamYard struggles with sound when you're sharing videos a lot of
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It just
yeah,
whenever it makes up its mom, it's kind of annoying.
Is there a copy of the trailer on YouTube? By
I
any
was actually
chance?
pretty-
I checked. I didn't find one.
Wow.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is
can you find,
possible,
if there's
yeah.
a YouTube trailer for that, we can put it in the link, and then people can just do their own job. You know, look it up.
let me take a look because I think there is.
Well, I was
Well,
thinking
we-
we could try playing it off a YouTube's player. It might be better than the Steam, which seems to suffer
Yeah, you're
from.
exactly right. That should solve a lot of that because I mean they're not Steam isn't really designed to be a video platform, but they embed videos without support for them. I don't know why they would do all that.
It's weird how they can run a video game
Just-
but not a video.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's it's supposed to be a server, for all
Well,
that
frequency.
stuff.
That's
but
funny for you to say
it's a
that because
difference.
they haven't really made a game in like over 20 years. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're a server system. They store the games so they can be like downloaded. But I'm saying that's why video
Good point.
hosting is a different type of access for the data. It needs to be accessed in a stream with different algorithms to make it
Be right back.
work. I'm sorry, I'm buying myself some time here.
You know a lot more about this than I do. All I know is I turn computer on, I hit buttons, it does stuff. Sometimes it's stuff I didn't want it to do, but it does stuff.
Well,
Or
sometimes
sometimes I
I'm just
hit
bluffing.
buttons and it does
I
nothing
don't
but
always know
please.
what I'm saying. Oh
I
yeah.
did a little bit of video on the web, but it was like background video playing for a company kind of promo site. So it was a tough one. I was the first one that got it working at that company, though, because before that, it was just too much. You have to sort of detect the size of the screen that the person's using, so you're sending them exactly the right video file. Because if you're sending like large video to phone users, you're going to drain their data pretty quick. But once you get the right speed and the right format,
That does seem to be becoming less and less of an issue, though, because more and more people have unlimited data on their phone service now, thankfully.
yeah, things have been improving slowly year over year, thankfully.
Gone are the days where I had to go sit outside McDonald's for the Wi-Fi signal to watch something on my phone.
Yeah. And I had a really
So I
good...
can't find her.
No?
Yeah, I checked YouTube too. I
Okay.
couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
However, we
Well,
can
yeah,
drop
it's a fun little
we
game.
can drop links to his Bandcamp and to the game in the chat, perhaps.
Yeah, I got some in the show notes. Let me see
I appreciate
if I can...
it.
Yeah.
Thank
for
you,
sure.
guys.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's absolutely no problem.
And the first track that we were listening to, ChillKid, that was the one with the arms, the weapons sounds, and I couldn't...
Yes.
Is it just me, or I was hearing bells towards the end? It seems that there were bells mixed in with the
So
ammo.
there's a combination of sounds. There's a ping sound that happens near the end of every measure, and that's taken from the sound of the M1 Garand when you fire the last round in that actual what's really actually called a clip, which is kind of funny because usually when people talk about clips, they're wrong. But yeah, there's a little firing. There's a mechanism that makes a loud ping sound, so you know to put another clip in your M1 Garand. So I took that and added that as a kind of a percussion. And then there's throughout the entire thing, there's shell casings falling down.
Oh, that's what
And I
sounds
tried
like,
to make-
kind of like the bell sound.
Yeah, and I tried to make each one correspond with like mapped out on my DAW on my workspace. I gave one shell casing falling for each gunfire, and I had to like figure out how long it would take for it to fall about 3 or 4 feet down to the ground. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Nice attention to detail there.
it's the fun stuff that nobody's ever gonna know.
Listen, I was listening to your song, ChillKid, and I think the shell casing is falling too quick. Your guy is too short, man.
Yeah, these got a bunch of midget aliens running around. They're only falling
ruined.
about 6 inches. It's increased gravity, okay?
Did you factor in the change of gravity?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's funny, ChillKid, is whenever I'm prepping to do one of my full spoiler coverage videos on a comic book, your YouTube views go way up because I start just listening through all your songs going, what do I want to use for background music on this one?
I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. You guys really worked for my $5 this month, so from my royalties. I appreciate it. I'm gonna start posting the picture every time I cash out whenever I get enough that it goes from gray to I can cash it out. I think it's at like $3. It lets me finally cash out.
Yeah, man, you got to earn that green.
That's right. That's right. Putting in
Yeah,
the
what I
work.
was trying to ask earlier was
Sorry, Billy.
if it's okay if I buy one of your albums and use it in videos with your link in there.
Sure, man. Absolutely. And okay, so my autism and my masking are kind of butting heads here. So you mentioned that you wanted to buy a license to play it. If you feel like the cost of the album doesn't cover that, in your opinion, there is an option to pay more for an album if you choose to.
Okay.
I have had a couple of people do that. I'm blown away when it happens. I believe Wrangler, you did that definitely. You've done it at least once, and it's huge. But just wanted to put that out there as an option if you didn't feel like that was enough. But I don't mind either way. I think it's awesome that you want to use my music.
Well, I'm just wanting to make sure because I kind of
Well, I
hate having to
appreciate
go on. I hate going on YouTube and trying to find non-copyright music for streams
Yeah.
and background videos. It's like
I will not be
Yeah.
suing you for trying to use my music. I really
rather
appreciate
just,
it. That's a blessing to me. Yeah.
I'd rather just pay you.
Have you had any comic book artists use your music as in trailers or things like that so far, Chill Kid?
Not in a trailer. That well, maybe. I think there may have been one, but that was a while ago. There are a couple of projects that I'm working on. Well, Otter, you're what were you going to be using that for? It was just for your
So
stream, right? For your channel.
yeah, so it's really just for my YouTube channel, mainly my
Okay.
streams, but any videos I plan on recording, that's my intro and my outro.
Right, there you go. And then I do know that the was it Paladin Dragoon? Evelyn and I are working on a song for him.
Paladin Dragoon's awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what he had it planned for that music, but it's pretty awesome. It's pretty bass stuff. It's good.
You got any like Doom Eternal soundings? Correct.
Well, honestly, showcasing Nebula of the Battle of Gaor, that's probably about as close as I've gotten to that soundtrack. But Doom Eternal and Doom 2016, both of those soundtracks are freaking amazing.
I might have to convince you to do one because I think you do well.
Yeah, I mean, it just as the opportunities present themselves, I work on the music as best I can. So, but if you get a chance to listen to, there's a documentary about how they made the music for the 2016 one, and they specifically didn't want just guitars, and
Well, there was going to be no guitars or anything.
Yeah, like he almost did the entire thing without it, and he like figured out how to do it by using things like chainsaws and different machine sounds, and then running them through compressors. Pretty awesome. And he made this really cool bass, this like a digital bass that he was able to use in a bunch of the songs to tie them all together. It's pretty cool stuff, like coming from a technical standpoint.
Now, Doom Eternal, I think, like 2016, he did get limited on it. That's why I love Doom Eternals way better.
Doom Eternals is straight up like power metal.
It is pretty wild, yeah.
Hold up, let me see if I can find the Wee Woo video.
I think I once was trying to describe your music, and I called it. Some of your stuff sounds like it's somewhere between Kenji Yamamoto and Vince DiCola. Like it's somewhere right between those two.
I have some homework to do now. Apparently, could you type those in for me?
Oh. Vince DiCola did the soundtrack for the '86 Transformers movie, and Kenji Yamamoto scored the Metroid Prime series.
Okay, all right. Now I got a frame of reference. Okay.
Have
awesome.
you?
Well, thank you.
you seen this video, ChillKid, the Wee Woo one? SpongeBob.
I don't think so. My wife has been saying wee woo quite a bit.
Tell me if the audio is messed up when I play it.
Okay.
It's a little messed up.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a bit messed up.
I recognize the name of the level though, the cultist base.
And then you had And then you had Mick Gordon say "is same" on the video.
Wait, what? What did he say?
He said "is same." Same is the same.
That's awesome. Yeah, he had
Wee
a
woo.
big run-in with them, with Bethesda.
You did?
Yeah, there was a big problem with how the project manager for Doom Eternal
Yeah.
just basically shit all over him and treated him like
Yeah.
dirt the whole time.
There was also the problem with they fucked up the official soundtrack release.
Yeah,
Doom Eternal.
they had somebody else do it apparently, and they like pasted it together wrong.
And it was I think it was heavily compressed and shit as well. It was messed
Yeah.
up. It was not good.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things that you really do need to have somebody who knows what they're doing when do that. You can't just have an intern throw it together because you don't want to pay someone.
I
What's-
also
hold
like
on.
the deal. Did you ever hear the DLC ones for it was Andrew Holtz and what was it, Levy Gordon? I think was the
No,
ones
I
who did it
haven't.
for the DLC. They did pretty good, but they messed up in the DLCs by not what's the word for it? They didn't properly implement it in the game. So like you could barely
Okay.
hear it over the gun stuff, which was not a problem in the
Oh,
base
yeah.
game, but it was for the DLC.
Oh no.
And it was like, you know what? This sounds really good. I wish I could actually hear it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking up somebody down here. Is this Patrick Quinlan? Said I need to look up. Use the sound of a VSS firing, so I've got to look up what that is now.
Oh, interesting.
I'm
was
always
wondering
about
what that was
requests.
myself.
Give the people what they want.
That's right.
And since the song hasn't been released yet, and I'm in charge of its production, I can do that. So, always, I'm getting a bunch of like Brandon Herrera videos and stuff. Yeah. VSS.
The type of gun it looks like.
Does somebody with better sound want to try to pop a video up if I put it? Here, I'm gonna
Well,
give you
let
a
me
link
see.
to it.
I could try. Yeah.
Well, I couldn't quite hear yours very well. I don't mean to be rude.
He's got the Canadian Wi-Fi.
Well,
Yeah.
I should have good speed, but we could give it to anybody. Otter, you have good
Yeah,
connection.
I just put it in the private.
Yeah, I have a
chat.
good connection.
If you want to share a screen, we'll pop it up there.
All right, Patrick, we're gonna check this thing out, man.
Yeah, this better be good. Sexiest firearm in the planet. Okay, is it as sexy as this one?
I hear you just using Gatling gun burst.
All right. Time to get down to business. What sort of business do you suppose he is getting down to?
All right. Hopefully the audio works on this. It may or may not. We'll see.
Okay.
Yo! Would help my charge the gun, right?
What?
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, that sounded like a misfire.
That's really cool.
Oh, so is that one silenced? Or, I mean, suppressed?
Yo! Would help my charge the gun, right?
Sounds like an airsoft.
Okay, so that sounds like it's suppressed. Maybe it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's not going to sound very good having a bunch of suppressed firearms underneath a bunch of.
Yeah, for your next Black
But
Knight
I've
song,
got
I could
the-
hear you open it up with Gatling gun burst.
The M1 Garand. Well, I do have the M1 Garand we talked about, and then I've got the 249, and I think I've got a 240, and then I just rounded it out with like a 308, like just a regular hunting rifle, because I needed a nice full sound with a good like forest sounding report. So there's like a lot of stuff for it to bounce off of, because I don't know. I just needed it to have a good full sound to it.
I'm surprised you're able to stay awake with not being in the sun. Don't you have to use that photosynthesis?
Well, it's funny because I work third shift, so I usually have to sleep during the day anyway.
He works under grow lamps.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. The weed that I was growing didn't work out very well, so I decided just to grow myself as weed and then smoke myself. So
Oh, that's why you had a green hue.
yeah, there you go.
Things are falling into place now.
He picked up a few tips from Oscar the Grouch.
Okay, so he's saying it's more of a hissing sound, which I could use for alternative percussion. In fact, before you get to the full cymbal crashes, where it really gets into it really heavy, the measure before that is a it's a sound of a clip being racked into a gun to the actual. God, why am I having a hard time saying this? The port where you put your mag, so it's actually like a sound instead, but it sounded perfect for what I needed to do. So I use that as like a hi-hat. So I say all that to say I'm gonna look up the sound on headphones and pull a good audio sample of it. So I appreciate it, Patrick. I'm bookmarking it right now, so I remember.
Do you get all your samples online, or do you go to the gun range sometime to?
I had to sample everything. Yeah, I had to find videos of it. I don't have. Well, first of all, I have to go back to do the renewal class for my CCW, so I haven't been carrying lately, and I just haven't had enough money to join a range club or anything. The ones around here, you usually have to have a membership. You don't want people coming and destroying stuff.
So I don't want to get too off topic, but Frederick, how are you drawing fuckus on your page?
So Mignola sticks Hellboy in front of the window for a nice bit of negative space. He leaves out some colored lines to hint at the shape of a window, adds some very interesting background details, and covered everything else in black. This is, of course, not the only way to draw focus to the stage.
Only the best focus.
Thanks for reminding me, Billy Bob.
Yeah, where's my Batman cat, by the way?
Can I see the drawing though? Now that you've been working on it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Can we make it big again? I'm pretty impressed. I got some ideas I want to run by you.
Yeah. So this is the big baddie. We won't see his face. It's kind of like Inspector Gadget. I think he's more imposing.
Dr. Claw.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, your handwork is expert level. Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
Appreciate that.
Detail.
Yeah. And got a nice scene here with the skylight coming down with shadows dividing up the scene. And you can't see it, but all these dudes here are kind of like turned to marble. So you only got these Chinese dudes and this chick that are actually alive in the scene, including the big boss over there.
Those two dudes, are they twins?
Yeah, they're the Tiger Twins.
I like their hair. I like you made them pretty distinctive there.
Hail Corey Barton.
Hey, Corey, how's it going, man?
Hey, Corey.
Yeah,
welcome to the stream.
Spoilers, but one of these guys is going to be dishonored and have to cut his hair off, and they're going to have distinct hair. I actually designed one with no hair, and I did the backstory on it, and I was like, this shouldn't be backstory. This should be main story. Let's put it in the book.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Where's my Batcat clip?
You're going to get his haircut by Stan Lee?
Where's my Batman cat clip?
It's there, man. It's there. Let me.
There we go.
I am the night.
Love it.
That's what he does. Runs around 2:30 at night.
Cats are the real heroes.
Yeah, they're not just being annoying and getting into trouble. They're solving crime and beating up bad guys in the streets.
Or being the bad guys. Cats are good at that, too.
Yeah, they're beating up somebody. I don't know if it's
maybe
a bad
we just
guy.
had cats wrong the whole time. They pretend to be a nuisance, and then they go fight crime and, like, you know.
I mean, they used to
donate
fight
clothing and
rodents.
stuff.
My granddad had cats in the, and he didn't feed them. They would feed off of the rat population on the farm.
What was it, a Futurama episode where it turned out that cats were a hyper intelligent alien species who were planning to take over the Earth by reversing the rotation or something like that?
That was
Yeah,
written by
that tracks.
That was written by a dog person.
Oh wow, is that a mockingbird?
Man, is that a mockingbird? Is that a mockingbird?
Oh man, that one always gets me.
Hold on, there's a video. Hang on. That reminds me of one of my old favorites from the early YouTube.
Here, this will get a kick out of ChillKid. The power of many.
If you only knew the power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
Excuse me.
Star Wars is great.
It's such a damaged IP at this point.
It really is. It's like, how do I put this? Star Wars went from an IP that would print money to a series where anytime it's mentioned, people just kind of groan in unison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get excited anymore when I see that Lucasfilm logo in a preview. Not at all. I actually just
I know how you feel. I feel the same way about Star Trek now.
You know what I'm ready for?
What's
That
that?
bad Indiana Jones game that's coming
Oh,
out.
God.
Oh yeah.
Remind
I
me of
think
it.
this Saturday or something, the 8th. So that'd be
Man.
no, it'd be the Sunday.
I remember there was a time where when all like the phrase "all my favorite stuff is getting remade" was a good thing. It's been a very, 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 very long time.
Dude, like those first three films were such an impact on my life that when I was going through hard times in my 20s, I was hanging on, saying to myself, George is gonna make the three more movies. It's gonna be all right. It's like life is worth hanging on. There's gonna be Star Wars movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same anymore. It's like, should I go on? They're probably gonna make Star Wars movies. I don't want to live through that anymore.
This tells you a lot about the quality of Disney Star Wars.
Hot alien babes.
Before those movies started coming out, people hated the prequels. Now people love the prequels more often than not.
I think I'm one of the few
I
people that
appreciate
didn't
them.
hate the prequels.
I appreciate
Actually, I
them
like
for what they are,
prequels.
but I always
always
felt
liked
like there was too much talking. Like it was like
Yeah.
I'm watching these people walk around and talk. I didn't see them as dynamic and fun like some of the other, like the first three.
Same.
At the very least, it felt like Star Wars, you know?
Yeah, I'll give you that. It did feel like it belonged. It just wasn't quite the same story.
Yeah, I don't think they were good either. Like, I think they made the first three movies a little less good because of what they did to Anakin. I think it took some of the mystique away from him.
So, ChillKid, have you seen the new Mad Max?
They have another one coming?
Yeah,
I
let me show
saw
you.
Fury Road.
He looked at me! He looked right at me! He looked at your blood bag!
There you go.
Come on, you can't tell me you guys wouldn't watch the hell out of that.
For
All right,
sure.
Mom, it's time to hit the road and smoke some bitches.
Now, did you see the YouTube link I dropped in the chat there, the private chat?
Yeah.
All right, I'll click on it.
Yeah.
The-
Otter, I think you have a good connection with YouTube. You
The
want to
Nature Walk?
Yeah, I can try
Nature
it.
Walk, yeah, it's one of the classics. It's when YouTube was still sweet, when YouTube was still good.
Before the comments section.
honestly is when you were still allowed to have a comment section. Now they delete the comments. They shut down the comments.
They send the comments to the gulag.
To the gulag, exactly.
All right, here goes nothing.
For me, nature's one of the neatest things on this planet. That's why Rodney and I started Nature Walk, because we want everyone to know how neat nature is, instead of just me and Rodney knowing it.
Uh-oh.
What's going on with the video? Oh, okay.
How neat is that?
Oh my god.
That's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat.
This when
Without
I
a
watched
doubt,
this, I didn't
coming
quote
out
anything but this
is one of the neatest things there.
for like 10 years.
What was that, ChillKid?
When I watched this, me and my friends, we quoted this nonstop. Like I was in a band, we quoted this for a good 10 years. Just the first like 3 episodes of this silly show.
We're only
It's so
half a
amazing.
minute through and I can already see what you're talking about.
Isn't it great?
Nature Walk.
Nature Walk.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. All right, let's continue.
Is to do, but you also have to be careful. That's why I always try to pack a gun. It's just a little bit, pack some heat. Now this isn't much of a big boy. I don't want to kill the
BB
animal,
gun.
but I do want to warn it and say, hey, I think you're pretty neat, but I respect your distance. There's bears out here, there's mountain cougars, and biting goats. How neat is that? That's pretty neat.
There's biting goats.
Oh, wow, score. Look at this. This is an aspen. You can tell that it's an aspen tree because of the way it is. Wow.
Wow, that's some top tier commentary.
Yeah. I quote this
Wow.
nonstop now.
What a beaut.
Okay, that is actually really beautiful.
It is, yeah.
You know, it'd be a great capper to a great day. It'd be seeing a wild animal. I always get real excited at the opportunity to maybe see an antelope or a fox, you know, or some sort of mountain beast. So what I do sometimes is I'll try to, you know, shake things up a little bit, get the earth moving, and call out to them, you know. Here we go. Up, up, up. Hip. Hip, hip, hip. Come on.
Yeah, Lanny.
Come on, girl.
Oh my
Nothing.
god.
Does he have a
Gee, dang
massive
it.
Dwight?
Let's see any coming out. Come on right now.
What's that, ChillKid?
I think Rodney has a massive Dwight Schrute shirt.
He kind of does, doesn't he?
Doesn't it look like it? Oh man, that's funny.
It's true.
But
It's like the
I'm not
John
giving up
Madden
yet.
of nature commentary.
Gee, dang it.
Hey, dang it.
Not too often do you get all this neatness in one location. That's called nature.
Nature Walk.
Well, that was a work of art.
That's absolutely beautiful.
That was
I
neat.
mean, it is so
Nature.
glorious. I told you, it's from when YouTube was sweet. Oh, yeah, that's neat. Nature. Oh man, I'm tired of just me and Rodney knowing about it.
There's so much good stuff that you find in the corners of the internet.
Mm-hmm. It reminds you of what they took from us, so that's why I'm excited about how things are going now. We're gonna get back.
Now, you want to know the context behind that clip that we found out? Or James found out? Told us?
What's that?
That song is being sung in front of 12-year-old boys or younger.
Okay.
Not
It's a song
predatory in the
about boys,
slightest.
boys.
And they're like, yes, yes.
Also, keep in mind she's jiggling her tits, and also it's like riding up her ass too. I'm like, yeah, not predatory at all.
And the song's
Not
literally
one
about
iota.
her getting young.
Yeah, but they're all German-speaking boys, and she's like singing in English with an Italian accent.
Yeah, I
But
was kind of trying
James
to place
did
it. I was
use
like,
that.
this is kind of a tour of Europe. What is this?
Yeah.
James did use that to fix the acolytes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I don't have the clip here anymore, though. Did I send James the link?
I have no clue.
I think
Oh
I
my God,
did.
my guys suck balls. You know it. Especially this motherfucker right here. If I suck balls, you are king of suck balls mountain. Shut the fuck up.
Patrick says she has such great personality.
That's right.
She does have great personality, but
That is
she's
great
missing something
plot.
that you really like, Patrick. So it's not going to work out for you, you know.
You know, I'm something of
I'm
a
a First Amendment absolutist. I believe in only two things completely: the First Amendment and boobs. Once they made the decision that they were not
did you
going
just
to
say
allow a
you believe in the First
conservative,
Amendment and-
non-sports-related commentary, they
Wait,
couldn't
hold
do
on,
it.
hold on. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly as a woman anchoring the show. Did you say the First Amendment and BWBS?
Boobs. Two things that have only never let me down in this entire country's history: the First Amendment and boobs.
How would you even say that live on national television and with a female host?
Because I like boobs and the First Amendment, which is exactly what I said.
That's right.
You can tell by the look
Speaking
on her
the
face
truth.
that she likes boobs too. Give me a break.
I like how he kept a serious face, like he is not like snickering or anything. He's just serious.
He's
Nah,
like, yeah, that's what I
Patrick, it's
said.
missing. It's missing the pickle for you, you know.
I think Patrick might be interested in this one here.
Fucking course, it's a Japanese commercial. Of
It's like
course.
Red Sonja at home.
Hey, that's an original Moebius commercial, apparently.
Oh, really?
What's that YouTuber who's always? Well, we should have Shadiversity do a quick like a review of her form.
For swordsmanship.
Yeah, her swordsmanship.
Plot,
Yeah,
research.
let's
research
do it like
purposes.
a slash by slash, like he did with the fight scenes in Troy.
He would need like female swords bearers, which might actually improve his ratings.
So,
yeah,
ChillKid,
yeah,
what
that's-
is your thoughts on Mongolians?
On Mongolians, I love their barbecue. Tap natch. Or is that a real person?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, holy cow.
She has a lot of talents, apparently.
So, ChillKid,
Yes, sir.
you know what? What is your favorite video game OST?
Ori and the Blind Forest. That one's pretty good. When I was a tattoo artist, I used to basically crank that while I was tattooing. Very relaxing, very focusing. It's good stuff.
Oh, the version of the theme song to that they played while escaping the water tree was the best. They even brought that right back in the credits for Ori and the Will o' the Wisps.
You know what's really great about
I haven't
that?
played the second one. I
devs
think
are
you told me
actually
about it.
pretty based.
Best
What was that?
video game sequel ever.
I said the
Is it?
devs for Ori and the Blind Forest are actually pretty based.
I'm actually
Are
a little
they? I didn't know that.
surprised.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
were
know
kind-
anything about it but the first game. I just played the game. I don't know anything about the developers. I don't know anything about it.
Am I the only one that thinks like ChillKid went a little bit too fast over his like tattoo career there for a second. I didn't know you were also a visual artist. What's this?
Good point.
Yeah, I did tattooing, and then I could never find an apprenticeship. I kind of had to teach myself based on how I used to draw a lot, and then I got okay at it, but then I got carpal tunnel in both my hands and had to get surgery.
Oh, dude,
And
I
then
had the
just
same
never picked
thing.
it back up. Yeah.
So
I haven't
gonna
picked
give
it
the
back
same-
up yet, but the wife wants me to because she likes having free tattoos for sure.
So I'm going to give the question to Frequency as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite video game OST?
You really got to ask. Metroid.
Which
There
Metroid?
you go.
Which Metroid? Yeah.
I mean, the between Super Metroid and Prime, it's a tough call.
Gotta pick one.
I mean, my
Gotta
absolute
pick one.
favorite video game track, singular track, would be Overgrowth from Super Metroid. Love that one. But overall, so I guess Metroid Prime would probably be my favorite.
All right, Otter.
Very nice. For me, it would probably have to be Shadow of the Colossus. That's the first soundtrack that comes to mind whenever somebody mentions their favorite.
That's a very good one, yeah.
I love that soundtrack so much.
Forgive any background noises. Dummy playing with the dog in the other room. But favorite OST, kind of like Otter, the one that just comes to mind, is No More Heroes. I kind of like all three of them. It's a trilogy of games. Or a quadrilogy, but I haven't played the fourth one. But I like all their OSTs, and that's the only OST I actually went out of my way to purchase. So No More Heroes.
Although I gotta say, I just found a very close second from Yars Rising. That soundtrack was phenomenal.
Frederick?
Yeah, it's a close tie between Mega Man 2, which was like speed metal on the NES chiptunes, and Wipeout, which was the first techno album straight off of a video game that people were just buying to listen to.
Are you a Mega Man?
Corey, you got to pick one. You gave us three. Which one is it?
I have some runners up to complicate things.
Let's do it.
What do you got, ChillKid?
So there's a game company called That Game Company, and they have games that are heavily based around music. The three that I've played are Flow, Flower, and Journey, and their soundtracks are really great. Flower is probably the weakest one because it's like it feels a little bit too much like the Weather Channel, but it's still beautiful music.
So
You know.
Corey's going Quake 2.
Quake 2's
You know
pretty
what?
good, yeah.
I'm gonna go a
Those
little
are-
basic. I'm gonna just say I think Halo 3's soundtrack is one of my favorites.
I mean, it's good. The Halo soundtrack is quite amazing.
I also really like Doom Eternal soundtrack.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
You know what? Now we're gonna reverse the question.
I like the soundtrack to Pong.
Least favorite video game OST you've ever heard?
Oh, probably Chameleon Twist for the N64. I wish there was a way to mute the soundtrack. Like I couldn't figure out how to. just turn the music
So
off.
we should pull it up real quick.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, Dig
Well,
Dug
I think
would
I
be
eventually,
mine.
I think I did actually eventually figure out that you can turn it down. This is a long time ago, but then I would pretty much listen to Bad Religion, No Substance, during that entire period. So I just had that CD on repeat. So eventually that became the soundtrack to Chameleon Twist till I beat it.
Frequency?
Can't think of one.
There's not a soundtrack you can think of that you're like, this just sucks. It's not good.
Okay, again from Metroid, Other M. That was a disappointment.
Otter?
Oh God, one that I really dislike. That's kind of a tough one off the top of my head. Final Fantasy 13. There we go.
Yeah, but we weren't saying like a game you hated and was really trash, you know.
Oh, just a soundtrack in general.
Of all your favorites, which one's the least?
I can think of some really annoying Disney movies.
No. It can't be a movie.
Some of the Zelda games have some really weak songs.
It's got to be a video game OST.
Well, I did mention Final Fantasy 13.
That's just a cop out. All right, James.
How about Parappa the
Um,
Rappa?
Slightly controversial, I guess, but I guess the Killing Floor 2 soundtrack. Just not because I like it, but like it's hard to come up with one I generally just disliked in I was like, oh, I can't stand it. But that one I just turned off, put my own music on every time I played the game. So Killing Floor 2, I say controversial because it went out of their way and got like a lot of famous bands just to play instruments.
I was actually
I've got one.
considering getting that game just for the soundtrack. So you say
Yeah,
it's no
I
good?
mean, that's just because it's not my taste of music. If your taste of music, go all
That's
out.
fair.
And if they got, and there's something that's actually kind of cool about it. If it's your taste of music, you can actually turn the lyrics on or off while you're playing the game. So you just have
Really?
instrumental or just
That's
full
cool.
blown with lyrics. Yeah. And the
That
game's
probably
got
wasn't
mods.
that hard to do, but you'd have to you'd have a lot of coordinating to do with like producers and stuff.
So I'm
That's
gonna-
pretty cool that they took the time to do that. That's neat.
So I'm gonna throw in Fallout 4.
Oh yeah, that's a very generic soundtrack.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Okay.
The biggest, I think, worst thing for Bethesda was getting rid of Jeremy's song.
Okay, I've got 2 games I can mention now. One is Starfield. That game has
That's not fair. That's like the same dude who did Fallout 4.
It's so boring.
They sound the exact same, by the way.
Is there just like a time, like a threshold of time that we can just declare everything past this year Bethesda's done is bad?
The one I'm gonna mention, and this might actually piss some people off, but certain tracks in the Cyberpunk 2077 soundtrack are too wub for my taste. I really don't like some of the tracks.
The thing is, Cyberpunk 2077 has I'd say 3 decent tracks.
There's
And
a
then
lot of forgettable ones, just kind of mixed up.
And then the rest of them are just either really bad or just not that good at all.
I guess most Call of Duty tracks are pretty generic.
Yeah, but Call of Duty. Well, I haven't played Call of Duty in a long time, but they used to just usually license a song or two. And
Wait. Medal of Honor, European Front or whatever, European Assault, whichever one that one was. That soundtrack was freaking stellar. It was a really good game. I still get the track stuck in my head sometimes.
The old school Medal of Honor games are really memorable. I enjoyed those.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then you can go OG and talk about the Warcraft, the original Warcraft games before the whole world of,
Hold up, clarify, you're saying good or
great.
bad?
Good. Good
Okay.
soundtrack.
You need to clarify that because we're in the bad section we're talking about.
How about Donkey Kong, the ColecoVision? Anybody remember ColecoVision?
Oh yeah,
before my time.
Terrible
I was a little too poor
controls,
for
but they had some good games.
But Donkey Kong was on that. It's kind of funny when you think about a Nintendo game being on something other than a Nintendo system, but they hadn't started making their consoles yet. So
right.
I'll give it up
they
for
licensed the character, yeah.
I'll give up for Larian from Baldur's Gate 3. I think they actually did pretty good with the OST for that game.
Corey, I have that Prince of Persia game, and there was no rap in there that I can remember.
He's talking about in the trailer. There probably were shitty rap music.
Oh, perhaps I actually never saw or paid attention to the trailer. I found out about the game because it got mentioned on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's a Ubisoft AAA game. If you have any character that's not white, there's gonna be some type of fucking rap music or something. Oh yeah. But no. It was Japanese rap hip hop music for the black character when they were showing him. That was his main fighting music as well.
I've got a game where I hate the soundtrack so much. Redfall.
That whole game was off. I mean, Otter, the
soundtrack was the least of that game's problems.
You want to hear? Let me give this story. And Otter was there when it happened. It was funny. So Razorfist did his first Let's Mock stream, and it was for Redfall. Remember, it's an Xbox exclusive Xbox game, right? I was watching his stream on YouTube on my Xbox, and the fucking stream glitched out on the shitty glitchy game, Xbox exclusive game.
Oh boy.
It was perfect, just encapsulated everything about that game. I don't know if any of y'all remember Redfall.
I remember just the controversy. I didn't really pick it up.
People were calling it the worst game of all year, and then Gollum came out.
Here's the thing, Corey. No one really bought it. No one played it. That was the thing.
Yeah. Like there's some stinkers toward the end of the year.
Oh, what's some other ones?
I mean,
you know what?
My worst one.
Did you mention your least favorite or
my least favorite? It goes back to actually a fun game, but the song just keeps repeating over and over. So it goes from a fun, happy song to an irritating, claw your eyes out song. It's Bubble Bobble. So Bubble Bobble has this nice, friendly, uppity
but
theme
it never
song.
ends.
And then you want to start killing people by the end,
Maybe that's the incentive the developers gave. They're like, this is how we're gonna get people to beat our game, is just have this soundtrack playing constantly.
I mean, you'd like to think so, but I think they were just lazy.
You know what would have been really great? You have like an annoying soundtrack, but the only way to get it to stop is to keep like brutally murdering the NPCs and enemies.
You have to gain achievements to turn off sound effects. Yeah, that makes sense.
You find a DJ as a background NPC, you take him out, and the music stops.
All right, now we're going to switch it up.
Hilarious.
Favorite movie OST now?
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
That's easy. 1986 Transformers the movie.
Okay, that's a really good choice, actually. I was on a completely different wavelength with what I was thinking of.
Otter?
Well, I could go a couple of different routes. If I'm saying quality music OST, probably what is it? Is his name Howard Shore? Howard Shore's OST for the Lord of the Rings movies. If I'm going by pure enjoyment factor, the soundtrack for Highlander. I love the soundtrack for that movie.
That's
He's
a good
always
answer.
searching for a queen.
So, Corey,
That's
what is the Sharky Shark song?
That's an unbeatable answer there, Otter.
James.
Maybe because I never thought about my favorite, but I guess one that I played on repeat would be The Thin Red Line. I like that one. At least that's the one that comes up to my mind now. I'll probably change my mind as soon as I'm done talking.
All right, The Grinch. ChillKid. Talking to you.
Okay, so what's the question? I had to go.
Favorite movie OST.
Oh, there's a couple of them. That was one thing that I did like about the prequel trilogy of Star Wars. The soundtracks were freaking phenomenal. There is no question about it. So, I'd have to say the third one is one of my favorites by far.
Which movie? Hold up.
Well, I guess my all-time favorite movie soundtrack would be Jurassic Park. But like, if I have to go by sheer dynamics, it's the third of the prequel trilogy.
So Revenge of the Sith.
The Sith shit on a bagel or something. I forgot the name of it. They're always really weird long titles. Like, yeah.
Sharky Shark song here. Well, I don't know if we can play it. It might be copyright, but let's test it.
Get the whole thing shut down.
Here we go.
This
Sharky Shark.
This better not be porn, okay?
I'm suddenly thinking of like the Baby Shark song.
Yeah, it might be like a porn version of the Baby Shark.
Oh, it is the fucking
careful,
Baby
bros.
Shark song.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
when I
what
put
is Sharky
Sharky
Shark?
Shark song, that's what it
Is
pulls
it
up.
Sharky Shark in the
What is the Baby Shark song?
I can guarantee you
God.
our
I
video
think
is
I'm
going to
gonna have
be
to go,
like
gentlemen.
struck for it.
Listen,
Or
Corey,
stream.
that's the fucking Baby Shark song.
They're gonna strike you. They're gonna abuse you right across the face.
They are super strict with that video.
Yeah, let's not test them.
Test it. All right.
Testing.
Don't want to sound like a dick or nothing, but it says on your chart that you're fucked up. You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded.
We're waiting to be able to reuse this clip in the next 4 years. ChillKid.
If elected in 2024, what will you do first?
First of all, I would Will Smith half of Congress. I would walk through Congress like whacka, 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 whacka. Make them reevaluate.
It's Big Mike.
The words of wisdom.
That's funny. I forgot what I was gonna say. That was so funny.
Yeah, that clip tends to do that. That's why we have it. Everyone
Like it would have been fun. It would have been funny just as President Camacho, but yeah, with Big Mike there, it's kind of it was even an extra level.
Yeah, I think what he did actually like do like a short YouTube clip or something. Like actually reprise his role, and then they used the deep fake or AI thing, whatever, to put Big Mike on there.
Get him to reevaluate. The fucking.
I was going to say because the Will Smith mention was not in the original. I don't think.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this to you, ChillKid.
What's
I
up?
want you in all the albums you did. I want you to pick the favorite song that you did. And then we're gonna play
my
it.
favorite all together. Let me think
Yeah.
about that. Can I have a minute to think about it?
We'll give you a
Good question.
minute.
We're not done with the best OSTs there, Billy Bob.
Hey, Billy Bob, you're jumping the old GUN.
I thought you answered, Frederick.
Well, no, I didn't.
All right, answer.
Dang. Oh.
I was going to say Top Gun because it's one I listened to a lot when I was a kid, and it's a great through and
That
through
is a
album.
good one.
But I got to say Otter's pick is pretty impressive because that damn Highlander soundtrack, when you think of it, like Queen's song on there, is so good. Special shout out.
That gets me thinking about what was that one? It's a Michael Crichton book. They did use Antonio Banderas, and he was went to this. He was a Muslim guy that went to like a
13th Warrior.
Yeah, 13th Warrior. That soundtrack was pretty baller too.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only listened to it watching the movie, but yeah.
I remember.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna put Empire Strikes Back.
Fair enough.
Mainly because it has the Bespin track in it.
Yeah, we can't play these on stream though. We're going to get flagged. You know that.
Now for bad soundtrack, I'm putting Batman versus Superman Snyder cut because every time that yodeling came on the screen in the soundtrack, it started to give me a headache. I started to get angry.
You know what?
It's one of the few soundtracks that got a negative emotional pull on me.
Suicide Squad, I think the first one has a shitty soundtrack.
I hate that movie in general. That movie sucks balls with a straw.
Yeah, it was bad. I didn't like any of the characters. There was so many cringe moments. Yeah, I agree.
I can't really remember the Matrix soundtrack. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, I listened to that one a lot.
You would if you heard it. There's like a brass section that comes in right away, like bram, bram, and when you hear it, you'll recognize it instantly.
It's a good
Sure,
song,
but I don't
good
ever
album.
think about it. You know.
That's fair.
Well,
That's fair. I mean,
I
a good
grew up,
soundtrack should kind of be like that anyway, right?
What?
We grew up with the Matrix soundtrack, and we were listening to it a lot. There was, I think, there's some Marilyn Manson on there. There's some Rob Zombie as well. Some good groups there.
They tried to do it before that happened. They tried to do something similar with the Godzilla soundtrack from what was it, '97, and Matrix was 1999. But they tried to get a bunch of bands together and do a cool soundtrack, and it was just weird. it just didn't work out. They had like Rage Against the Machine and I think Puff Daddy was on there too, and Green Day. They had a lot of people on there. But
do you remember the Men in Black
date.
one that Will Smith
Yeah.
did?
Here
I think he
comes
did
that
for the
wasn't too
first
bad.
one. It's like,
Galaxy Defenders.
And the actual movie.
all right,
soundtrack
ChillKid,
was
it's been a
not
minute.
that bad either. In fact, that was who was that composer?
Rage Against the Machine was also on the Matrix soundtrack, incidentally.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They were.
It's the end song.
Yeah, but it has to be renamed to Rage for the Machine.
Yeah, they were pretty much gobbling down the old government cheese. There we go. We'll just say cheese.
Cheese.
All right, so I'm having a hard time deciding. There's two songs that came to mind right away, and I'm not. I don't know. Either the Anvil or All Nighter.
Gotta pick one. And then you gotta tell us why it's your favorite. And then we're gonna play it.
Okay. Well, I think a lot of people have heard the Anvil, so I'm gonna bump that one off of there and say All Nighter, because kind of like with the new song I'm working on, there's just so many technical things I had to do to make the song work, including I had to buy and learn to play the mandolin for a part in the middle, and there's 2 acoustic parts that play during that part too, and there's a lot going on in this song, and it's yeah, it was a lot of fun to put together for sure. Like,
ChillKid,
a lot of good challenges there.
am I gonna have to send you a chainsaw for the Doom one?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you send me chainsaws, maybe even like a riding lawnmower. Those make good sound.
Now, if I'm remembering the right track
what?
that you mentioned,
A snowblower, if you can get that to me soon, that would be really.
Oh, we got lots of those over here, but we need them right now. So.
And that Canadian mailing system. Whoa.
if I'm thinking of the right song to the track you named, then that really, when you listen to that, it sounds like the pressure of trying to get something done. You're up against a deadline.
All right, just tell me.
I really wanted to build a slow burning tension through the song. You nailed it. That's exactly what it's.
Just tell me if
and this, just so you know, this is the single. This was the single I released before I released Try Hard. So this is also on the album Try Hard.
All right, we're gonna listen to it.
Okay.
Is it playing good?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Also, Treasure, can you do me a favor and put that in the chat? Like his website. Here we go. All right, Frederick, do you got the link to his stuff? You can post in the chat.
Yeah, it's all in the description, and I posted some in the chat earlier. Let me paste some more here.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta turn my light off. Ugh.
Go to his store here. I'll start with.
And again, I
got my
just wanna say
dog
I
here.
appreciate it. Oh, sorry about that, James.
Pleasure's
No problem.
all ours, ChillKid.
I got my dog here, now scratching his belly, and that's good belly stretching music. The dog enjoyed it.
That's awesome.
Well, Frederick, I think it's that time. Shill time.
It's chill time. All right, let me hit it. It is shill time, everybody.
Hit it!
Rainbow time. Oh, there they are. Look at these gorgeous sons of bitches.
James, why don't you start us out?
Yay! I'm a sandwich.
Hold up, James. You need to show
That one
ChillKid.
usually hits.
You need to show ChillKid the Pizza the Hut one.
Oh man.
Oh, here we go.
What?
I don't want not during the
Yes,
show.
yes,
man.
yes.
Do
Must
it.
show him. You must.
All right, all right.
Love coffee and pizza.
For the
Here
sake
we
of
go.
Flippy the Clip, like you need to do it.
I mean, it's more like Pug the Hut. Here we go.
Pug the Hut.
Oh my God.
I apologize.
I am terrified.
Upon
Strangely
request.
hungry.
If H.P. Lovecraft made a pizza,
It's like the Chewbacca of Pizza the Hut.
But it's those red
The
eyeballs
nose.
as well. Like he's not.
Yeah,
it's not the healthy.
bloodshot eyes are.
God, it's
a
nightmarish.
lot.
There's nothing healthy about this.
Don't hug me.
I'm
I'm
going to
scared.
ask you to go back to the sandwich. Actually, that's,
I'll do one better because we're
This is
shilling.
ju-
I
well,
gotta go to
let's
my
do
chill
dessert.
point.
How about that Cinnabon?
Now, we're shilling, so
fair enough.
we gotta go ahead and put our suit on.
Business Blizzard.
Okay, this one's my favorite.
Very classy.
Yes,
very
dear
classy.
friend. You can check out everything I have to offer at worldwithoutendlore.substack.com. Just recently released a 19-minute long video for everybody to enjoy with some fresh animation and messing with some new mocap technology. And we have a lovely DJ being voiced by none other than our own Big Kahuna. And you can find that for free at worldwithoutendlore.substack.com. They also recently released a short story that's pretty good. Along with the short story came an audio play read-along version, and I'm hoping to get the audio play done early next year. And you can find that at worldwithoutendlore.substack.com. So go check that out. Go check that out now.
The undead are planning to attack, and it's up to Gwendolyn the gnome to deliver word to the humans before they're taken by surprise. Glimmerleaf, link in the description.
And there's that one. I released that too.
Frequency.
You can find my stuff on Amazon, Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World. They're both available now. I'm working on books 2 and 3 as we speak. Also, check out my YouTube channel, Wrangler. Do a channel search under @Wrangler212 to find it, or else you'll just find a bunch of stuff on Jeeps. Jeeps are cool too, but if you're looking for me, use @Wrangler212. You can also find me on Substack, Minds, Truth, and the X Twitter under Frequency Studios.
Haley and Elizabeth are back, and this time, the spuds are really going to fly. Bad Kitty, Haley's World, link in the description.
The Lady Otter.
Fuck you, Billy.
Yeah.
Mogwai. All right. Well, if you want to check out what I've got, well, I just put out a review a little over a week ago for the first time in a while for To Those Who Haunt You by Alyssa Hazel, where I give you my thoughts on reading the book. Spoiler alert, I did like it. If you are curious about my own writing, however, you can find The Curse of the Star Raids on Barnes & Noble as well as Amazon. Book 2 is actually very far along. I'm kind of going through a final draft before final revisions, and then I'm hoping to have it done hopefully by the end of the year, maybe a little after. We'll have to see. Regardless, it's coming along pretty far now. It looks like the finish line is getting pretty close, all things considered. So if you're curious about all that, keep an eye out over the next few months. That's what I've got in store.
Steel and Stormbright, The Curse of the Star Wraiths, an exciting sword and sorcery adventure about two brothers trying to make their way in a harsh world. Link in the description.
ChillKid. Or the Grinch,
Yes.
you know, or Hulk.
It's because I'm green, isn't it?
Or a Smurf that's been in the sun too long.
Or
All right,
Kermit
so
D.
what
Frog.
What am I being asked here? I'm sorry.
Shield.
It's the final shill, so
Oh,
just tell us
my
where
bad.
people can
Shill
find
your
you.
stuff.
Well,
I was getting so excited listening to everybody talking. Sorry.
Well, your links are in the chat and the description, but where's the main place people can find you?
In general, I think that Bandcamp is the most accessible place to listen to my music. I do appreciate the plays on Spotify and YouTube as well, if those are better for you. And if you do want merch, that I do have a merch store. I know that times are tight right now, so I understand if you can't. But it does make a huge difference for my family, especially right now with all the stuff I've been having to take off work and deal with medical stuff with my wife. So if you do have the cheddar and you want a shirt or a sweatshirt or something like that, yeah, that would be helpful. I appreciate you guys.
Listen, guys, he's turning green. He needs help.
That's just because I'm green with envy because of all the cool projects everybody's doing.
Nice. Frederick.
Yes, so imakecomics.com is the website that'll take you to Red Tail Comic, where you can find up-to-date information and scans of the comic book in progress there. And I also have a show on YouTube on Tuesdays that you're watching right now called Proof of Comics, and you can get there by going to proofofcomics.com. I'll take you to my live page. And yeah, we've also got, well, I won't spoil that one. That one's on your side of the pond there, Billy Bob. But yeah, that's it for me. Check it out.
Yeah, I got a ginormous Brooks Exodus review video coming out soon with Tinkage and Frederick.
It takes longer to listen to the review than to read the comic.
Yes. But it was a good review.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's going to be around an hour, 20-something minutes probably. I looked at it.
It's better than The Acolyte.
That's right. Anyways, goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Applause.
Squeak, squeak.
Go buy stuff.
Give
See
me
you
fish.
next time.
All the fish.
Partake in e-commerce.
Radio
God
boy
bless
water, always
everybody.
going for the fish.
Au revoir.
The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. So long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Hello, Bitcoiners. Thank you very much. Hello. It's good to be with you. It's good to be with you.